perfectly on time today. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Yay, it's Friday. Oh my God. I always get so excited for Friday, man. Welcome back, everybody, to my Absolutely Fried podcast. My name is Jezabelle, and every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we get absolutely fried together on Kick and Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, don't forget to subscribe. If you are more of a listener than a viewer, just know that this podcast is available to you on every streaming platform. So Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, Samsung, you name it, it's there. Just search Absolutely Fried, but I will also leave it linked in the description for you guys. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at Absolutely Fried Podcast. How's everyone doing? I'm feeling good. I had a good day today. I got my video uploaded on time, which also I would like to, little round of applause for myself. About a few months ago, I picked a very specific time that I was going to be uploading every Friday, which is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have stuck to it, dude. That is crazy. I have stuck to it every single Friday, 5 p.m. That bitch is uploaded. So that's great. I'm really glad that I am able to provide that to you guys. We've got a few shout outs already. Make sure I say these right, hopefully. Shout out to XX Mini Clip XX for subscribing. Shout out to EFV30 for subscribing. And shout out to Terpslut for subscribing. That's a fantastic name. How's everyone doing, though? What did you do today, guys? I'll tell you what I did. I uploaded my video, which was awesome. I got my fucking ass outside, which I've been feeling like I really need to do that. That's something I've been slacking on, and I feel like that's something that people underestimate as something that can really impact you. Just going and being outside, even if it's only for like 10, 15 minutes. I try to go for a walk. Sometimes it's a long walk. Sometimes it is not because it is fucking deathly hot outside here in LA. It's been like 100 degrees almost every fucking day and no wind. Not even a whisper of it, you know, and that sun beating down on you, it truly feels even hotter than 100 degrees. I can feel the blood in my like body bubbling. It's so fucking hot. At what temperature does my brain begin to cook? Because isn't it like 60 degrees in a car can kill you? Like 60 degrees is when you can begin to like overheat in a car, like it's unsafe, which is crazy. 60 degrees is absolutely insane. Shout out to Terpslut for gifting a sub. Thank you so much. That's so fucking awesome. Thank you. My curls look healthy. Thank you. You know, honestly, I've been looking at my hair recently and I feel like it's really gotten longer. And let me tell you, I'll tell y'all because people always ask me what hair products do I use. My dog's scratching her bed if you can hear that. I started using, what's it called? Pattern Beauty. That new brand. I started using that shit. That shit changed my life. That shit is crazy. That is actually like good product. Like it was insanely expensive because I think it's like what, $20, $30 for like one product. I think it was $30 a product. That shit's fucking expensive. And you don't get a lot either. And I had like put off buying it for so long because I was like, the fuck's gonna be in there? The cure for cancer? Like I wasn't about to spend that. But then one day I convinced myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And if it's not worth it, I'll just cry. And I tried it and it changed my life. And so I've stuck with it. I see like a huge change. You have no weed right now. That's absolutely insane. I'm so sorry, man. That sucks so bad. But, yeah, no, I went for a walk today, which was super awesome. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I haven't exercised, like gone for a walk or just like been outside. I mean, yesterday I went and watched the sunset and smoked, which is amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to do that, do it. I feel like a lot of people get home and then they just smoke inside. But if the sun's not down yet, or even if it is down, but there's still a sliver of light outside, go outside, watch it. It makes a world of a difference, honestly. Even if it's nighttime, I just think that being outside in nature is, I feel like people don't think about how much it can actually impact us. But yeah, no, for the past like week or two, I haven't really been able to make it outside and like do any kind of walking around or anything. And I've just like kind of been a homebody, and I felt like shit, dude. I can't even hold you. I felt like absolute crap. I haven't been able to wake up on time. It feels like I just feel tired. Like I'm missing, what was the vitamin that you get from the fucking sun? Vitamin D. Vitamin D. Got some vitamin D. Thank you. Yeah, Brie, you've been gone. I haven't seen your name in the chat in a minute. Glad to have you back, though. You're outside in nature right now. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. But yeah, I'm so glad I went for a walk. I feel like it definitely made me feel completely different. But yeah, no. So earlier today, this is like so fucking random. We're just getting into it now. There's this squirrel. When I first moved in, I told you guys that there was a squirrel that had been coming to my porch. And I told you guys that I was going to try to befriend the squirrel, you know, like it kept coming like directly onto my porch, like looking through the windows and shit. And I was like, maybe the person that lived here before me, like fed the squirrel, you know, and oh my God, they've moved. Somebody has to take care of this squirrel. Like this, what if this squirrel got so used to people feeding it that it's not going to be able to go and get food on its own? So I'm going to feed this squirrel. I'm going to find what he likes. I created a whole list on my phone, and for like the first few weeks, I kept trying to feed him and find things that he liked and didn't like and what he would run away and bury and what he wouldn't. I kept the list, right? He fucking loved strawberries. Randomly one day, I just stopped seeing him. He stopped coming to my porch. I don't know why. He stopped coming to my porch, but I would see him on the other side. Like, there's like a little green space area in my complex. And then there's the other apartments on the other side of it. Well, I can see him over there on other people's porches. And so I was like, I guess he's moved on. He's chosen somebody else. The distribution system did not give him to me. So I was like, all right, I'm done. I did my job. I tried, did what I could. Well, every so often my dog would, Nova, she would charge at the window and like lose her fucking mind, like body shaking. I'm talking about shaking. Like it almost looked as if she was having a seizure, right? Like all of her fur standing up and shit. And let me tell you, my dog, Nova, she loves small creatures, small down to a lizard. She will chase a lizard, in fact. So I look out the window and it's the squirrel. And I'm like, damn, like I can't have her seeing the squirrel because she's going to like try to jump on the glass and stuff. So I start closing the window and everything. But she would always, it's almost as if, at the time I thought it's almost as if the squirrel wanted to fight her. Because I started closing the window. But you know why Nova would know to run to the window and look through it, even though like push the blinds out the way and look? Do you know why? Because the squirrel would start yelling. It would like make this sound. I'm going to try to imitate the sound so that you guys can really picture this. Let me try. I don't think I can do this. Oh, I don't even know why I'm throwing myself out there to do it. It's like, but like really loud. Like he's like it's like a weird fucking squirrel sound. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard this come out of a squirrel. I started thinking maybe he's like rabid as fuck. Like, right? He would come to my window specifically, make that loud ass fucking sound, and my dog would bolt to the window, and she would start barking at him, and he'd be like going up and down like this and making the sound at her. Oh my God. Well, eventually he disappears. I don't see him for a while. I start letting my dog out on the porch thinking, okay, well, it's safe now. She goes out on the porch. Same thing occurs. That fucking squirrel is yelling at her. And he gets closer and closer every time. So I start bringing her inside. And one day I'm sitting on the couch. She's on the porch. I hear the squirrel start doing the yelling, right? I decide to go outside. I'm like, this time I'm going to monitor. I'm going to see what happens now, right? So I'm standing outside on the porch and I see the squirrel like a few feet down on a tree. And then there's like this concrete kind of wall that runs in front of my apartment. Well, he's on the tree. He's bouncing, yelling, right? Yelling. And I'm looking at her and she's just like freaking out, like just shaking, like looking at him like ready. She's ready, right? He's yelling at her, bouncing up and down. And then he jumps onto the concrete wall and runs right in front of my apartment and continues doing the same thing. And I'm like, okay, he's going to jump on her. I don't know if y'all know, but squirrels, they could get active. Squirrels get active, okay? Squirrels get active. And I'm not trying to fight a squirrel here because I do think it's possible for a squirrel to outsmart me. You know, I'm not going to lie to you because they'll like run around your body and shit. Like No, he would totally take me out easily. I'd be freaking out. So I bring her inside because I'm like, this is ridiculous. But at this point, I gotta stand on it. You know what I mean? Like, this is my home. This squirrel is now infiltrating my home. So I bring her inside. I go back out on the porch and I close the door. He's still standing there. He's yelling. He's bouncing up and down. I take off my shoes. I don't know what I thought I was gonna do with them, but I took my chanclas off. I took my shoes off, and I start looking at him, and I'm like, what? I yelled at a fucking squirrel. I'm talking to him like he could understand English. I'm like, what? He yells some more at me. I get closer to the edge of my porch and look at him. You know what he does? He gets closer to the edge of the cement wall, and we're like right there with each other, and he's yelling at me and shit, and I'm standing right there. And this is where I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I don't know much about animals, but one thing I do know is that eye contact is a huge thing when it comes to animals. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not finna break eye contact. I'm not finna blink. So he's yelling at me. He's right there on the edge of the concrete. I'm on the edge of my porch, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, all right, staring contest. I don't blink. He's yelling. He's bouncing up and down. He's going crazy. I stand my ground. I don't act crazy. I'm just staring at him, right? After, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 seconds, he decides he's done, and he runs away, right? I thought that was the end of it. I thought I stood on it for real because I never saw him again. Fast forward to today. Take the dogs out for a walk. Walking through the parking lot of my complex. I'm walking through the parking lot. I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing. I'm chilling. I'm taking a stroll. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this fucking squirrel bolts across the fucking parking lot right in front of me and my dogs, and is making that noise. You know the sound that the squirrels make? That's what he's doing. He didn't leave us alone. He hid and was plotting. He plotted on my family. This is crazy. One fucking squirrel. He didn't attack though. Pull the dogs away, go inside. What the fuck though? What's next? Was that a warning? Because he didn't do anything. Was that a warning? You know how like they'll do like drive-bys and shit? It's like, that was a warning. That felt like that. That was his drive-by. He was letting me know what's next. Is he going to pull up with more squirrels? Is he going to show up with his family now? I don't know, man. I'm starting to get kind of worried, actually. I'm concerned for my safety. Can I write an email about this to the office? Like, what do I do right now? I'm actually like, he knows where I live. He knows where we live. What do we do? He's going to bring his family. That's what I'm saying. Oh, my ashtray's over here. Is my ashtray supposed to be right here? Where do I usually keep it? I have no idea. I'm like tweaking right now. They're going to jump y'all. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, y'all. I thought I should put this story out there just in case one of these streams I come back and like my face is fucked up or I'm fucked up. I got 2 black eyes or something. Dude, you know. And just in case this is like the squirrel mafia or some shit, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I love life. I would never kill myself. I would never do anything illegal. Y'all know I don't want to go to prison. I'm terrified of it. My parents traumatized me of the idea of prison. I'm traumatized. I would never do anything to put myself in a predicament. I follow the law. So if they ever try to plant something on me, wasn't me. It was the squirrel. If I just somehow turn up missing, please find me. First place to look. You got it. I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of nervous talking about it. Maybe I shouldn't talk too loud. We should move on, y'all. I don't know. Shit. Being terrified that a squirrel's going to come after you plotting is crazy. Ooh, spicy. What the heck? I've been on a Diet Coke kick. Oh, my God. I've become re-obsessed with putting lime in Diet Coke. And again, I will say this again. If you have not tried just squeezing a lime into Diet Coke, you're losing it. You're missing out. You got to try it, dude. I mean, like, no, not the like squirt lime juice. Go get a real fresh lime. And when I say like, I don't mean like a wedge. I mean like half a lime, possibly even maybe a full lime. I don't know, depending on how much you like it. Sometimes it really depends on the vibe. Sometimes if I got just like a glass of it, I'll put like a wedge or two. If I got a full can, shit. Yesterday, I think I put 3/4 of a lime in there. Ooh, I was fucking that shit up. Let me put this down. I'm fried as hell. Keep smoking the shit. That's the problem. That's the oral fixation I told y'all about. That you'll be fried, right? But just like the mechanism of smoking is just so easy to keep doing. So easy to keep doing. Fuck. Dude, so y'all remember how last stream I told you how I was over at Eric's and like I took like the craziest fucking rip and was fried out of my mind and a fucking earthquake happened? Something I didn't tell you, that time being high like low-key traumatized me, because when I ripped that bong, it like the rip was so fucking large, it burned the absolute shit out of my throat. And so when I was like scary high, like all I was thinking about was like the pain that was in my throat. I'd never felt like a throat burn like that from ripping a bong, dude. It was the worst it's ever been. I for real thought I was gonna pass out. I was like, damn, like I kept trying to swallow. I tried drinking water. I kept pounding down water, right? I tried drinking it, and every time I took a sip, it like the cold water like made it burn. Fuck. It was so bad. That was like traumatizing. Shut up. Somebody brought up Dr. Pepper. Listen. Has anybody tried the creamy coconut Dr. Pepper yet? Has anybody tried that? What the fuck is that like? Oh my god, just thinking about that shit sounds titillating. That's the only word that can be used to describe it right now. Yeah, that's a thing, y'all. Yep. Bro, it's nasty. No way. You gotta be lying. That you can't. No way. Dr. Pepper's the best soda. Dr. Pepper's on top. That is definitely the best fucking soda. Oh my god. They have a cream strawberry Dr. Pepper. I considered picking up a Dr. Pepper and picking up like this might sound weird to some of you, but like a coffee creamer, like some sort of flavor of a coffee creamer. I was going to do that and like mix it together. Dude, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a part of the country, I don't know. Maybe somebody lives where there's one where they're not like coffee stands. They're like places where people get like soda as their coffee. Like they put like different flavors and like different creamers, like coffee creamers and soda, because like apparently I forgot exactly when and where, but there was like a time and place where like the people in this area couldn't afford to have coffee, but they could afford to like have soda because it's cheaper than coffee. So soda has caffeine in it. They started mixing like creamers and stuff with like soda. I think specifically like Coke and Dr. Pepper too. It's Ohio. Coffee Coca-Cola. I haven't had that before. A dirty soda is what it's called. I always wanted to go to one of those places. That's like, I would actually say that's on my bucket list to go to a place like that. That sounds so fucking cool to me. I'm down to try it because when I was growing up, bro, shut the fuck up. This just took, I just had the craziest memory come across. I was about to say, when I was growing up, I tried Coke and milk. Like Coca-Cola, regular. And you just mix it with ice and milk. That might sound fucking weird. Whoa, now. That shit was so fucking good. I know it sounds gross. It's a choice. I know, but trust me. It's actually really good. And I remember I tried it because, did y'all do this when you were like growing up? Like maybe in, what year would it have been? What? Between like 2008 to like 2012, like when YouTube used to be run by like scene goth and like emo kids, and like those were the biggest fucking videos, like how to tease your hair and shit like that. Oh my god, that's where I learned Coke and milk from. There was like this one like YouTube girl that I would like watch her videos, and she had like blonde like scene hair with like streaks of like pink in it, and she like teased it around. And I remember her wearing like a crazy thick black eyeliner, and just like, I think she was from the UK. I think she was. And it was just like the grainiest video, but it was of her like talking about her favorite drink, and she was like posing with the cup, like making the faces. Oh my god. Holy shit. In Washington, you do Red Bull with cream. I'd try that. Red Bull's got some good fucking flavors. Yeah, but those used to be the only Dr. Pepper float is good. Exactly. And that's why I have to like I believe that the creamy coconut Dr. Pepper has to be amazing. Cuz like Dr. Pepper float, fuck. I might have to get Dr. Pepper tonight. I might have to try out the concoctions that we're talking about right now cuz that sounds way too fucking good. Way too good. Aesthetic weed packer is crazy. Dude, I never tried to use that shit again. I considered throwing it out or like donating it or some shit. Cause like that shit didn't work. I was like, first of all, even if it did work, I can't hold you. That shit's not worth it. That company's going under. That company is definitely gonna fucking flop. Like they're gonna go out of business. So if you want one real bad, trust me, that shit's gonna be like on fucking sale. Right? It's cute though. It's pink, so that's why I put it there. I was like, "Ooh, that's cute." You know, it's pink. But even so, it's literally just something that rolls your joints for you, or like packs your joints for you. It doesn't even roll them. You have to get cones, right? You have to specifically buy their weed pods, which are just like basically Keurig cups with like weed in them instead of coffee. Or you can like buy a refill, like not a refillable, but like empty cones so that you can fill like your own with your own weed. And then you put that in there, so you have to do that. You have to pack something to begin with, right? Okay. Then you put that in the machine. Then you take a cone and you put that in the machine. And then it takes like 20 seconds. But I swear to God, it was very difficult to get to work at first. And then when it came out, like, it doesn't even, listen to this, it doesn't even twist it for you or seal it. All it does is fill it up. Nothing else. Something that I swear to God I could do in less than 20 seconds. Are you serious? Like if because you already have to prep everything to put it in there. So that's me prepping for myself to pack a cone. Like what is the fucking point? So even if that shit worked, and it's not like it can do like 5 at once or something. It's 1 at a time. 1 at a time. That is like the stupidest design I've ever heard of in my whole life. Like, I don't know. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be like some next level, like futuristic type shit where like you may have to grind up the weed. Okay, makes sense. But I would have wanted to just put the bud in there and then let it do the grinding. Like that's an easy mechanism to program into some shit like that to put in there, you know? That's easy. So you get a grinder in there, boom. And then the grinder automatically falls into a tray. All right, boom. That's cool if it's gonna do the packing and needs to do the twisting or the sealing. Something. It's gotta do something. Something's gotta give. Okay? It's gotta do one of those. I would prefer for it to be like a perfectly rolled joint though. Like there's like a raw box that you can get. I actually have it. I've only used it once. I got it just for like not the aesthetic, but just like I thought it was pretty cool to have. Just like something to like show friends and stuff. Like everyone wants to try it once. It rolls the joint for you. It's like a can, like a tin canister, I think. And then you just like lay down a paper in there or like or a leaf or something. Put the weed on there and then you close it and it perfectly rolls it for you. That's way better. And it's not, you can't fuck it up, honestly. This is crazy. Oh, I didn't even see. Shout out to Cinnabon for subscribing. Thank you. My aesthetic roller. You fold the bottom of the rolling paper in half before starting the roll. What do you mean? Is that what everyone does? Like fold it in half, put the weed in there? Wow. That's crazy. Somebody said yesterday was my birthday and my mom said to go to Home Goods and get whatever I want and she'll pay for it. When I got to the cash register and called her to Apple Pay me, she completely switched up and didn't pay for anything. It was packed and my card got declined multiple times in front of everyone. Today she called me and said I have no reason to be upset. Completely attempted to gaslight me, shaking my head. Damn. That's insane. What? That's crazy. Dude, I'm so sorry that you went through that. I really hope that didn't fuck up your whole birthday, man. That's crazy. She totally gaslit you, though. Like, that's not there's no doubt. That's crazy. I can't even. That would make me so mad, bro. That's because I feel like. Damn. Why even say it? Why even offer? I hope you're okay. I hope that you still had a good birthday. I'll take a small hit for you on that one. A bitch is fried. Small hit for her. Small hit, everybody. Everybody take a small hit. That was not small, but it's okay. Dude, okay. On a deeper note, though. Anxiety is fucking crazy. Just like on another note. Super random. Time to move on. Back. Now we get into like the anxiety talk. Anxiety is fucking crazy, dude. Because like, I feel like my anxiety gets like way worse at night because there's like nothing distracting me, especially when like I'm going to bed. Oh my God, I hate going to sleep. I hate sleeping so much, mainly because of like fear of missing out. Like I feel like, oh my God, I'm spending like so much of my life just like sleeping. Like I could be awake. I wish I could just like be doing things all the time. Like I wish I didn't have to sleep, right? But then like the other reason is because when it's time to go to bed, dude, I like my brain, I don't know what's going on up there or like why it does this, but like it goes to the worst place. Goes to the worst place on just like the most random shit too. Nothing specific. It's like different every night. Like I just start overthinking everything and just thinking everything's wrong. And like I'll just be like shitting on myself like in my brain and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like why? And so like, you know, when I feel like laying down, I'll go and lay down and I'll turn the TV on. And even if I like try to keep the TV on until I like can't keep my eyes open anymore, for those few seconds or few minutes that it takes for me to fall asleep when I turn the TV off, like my brain is still going to go to the worst place. I be trying to talk myself down and shit. Like, oh my God. It's crazy. I literally was like last night, like talking to myself as I was like trying to drift off asleep. I was like, just don't think about anything. Everything's fine. Just think about nothing. And I was going to like slowly like stop talking to myself until like I fell asleep. Dude, that shit's fucking crazy. I get so tired of just like that happening all the time. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'll literally like audibly sigh like, can we stop? Can we chill for a minute? Can we just not do that? And I know there's like, you know, I've tried medication. We've talked about this before, that I've tried anxiety medication and stuff, and I don't like it. I don't like how it makes me feel, just truthfully. So it's like you're stuck with it, dude. Ugh, it sucks so bad. Weed helps. I would definitely say that weed for sure helps. Especially like when you pay attention to like what strains you're smoking and you actually smoke with like intention. You know what I mean? You don't just like get blowed. You like take the amount of hits that you need that you know is going to like affect this. Oh my God, rest in peace hamster. Whose hamster died? What the hell's going on? Your first time on a stream, welcome. You feel like it's the worst before bed too? It used to help, but now it makes it worse. I've been making up crazy scenarios. Oh my God. Yeah. I can definitely tell that my anxiety has also just gotten worse as I've gotten older too. Because I have OCD and I have anxiety. Man. But in all honesty, it's like, I can't lie to you. Like the anxiety that I'm explaining right now that like I'll deal with, this is honestly like the chill time. Like this is when it's like chill. Like this is like everyday normal. You know what I mean? Like this is anxiety that like I'm just used to dealing with every day. You know? And this is when things are good. Like the way that my therapist explained it is there's like, damn, I don't even know. It left my brain. Anyway, the best way I can explain it is there's always this constant state of anxiety. You know what I mean? Whether it's like high or low. Oh, that's how she explained it. We would like rate it on like a scale of 1 to 10 every time I would see her, how it's been like that past week. She explained to me that, you know, she understands that it may never be like 0. You know, there might be like a constant state there, but like our whole goal is to get it as low as possible. And so I would notice that even when things were just going great, like my anxiety would still just like be lingering around just a little bit. And like I said, this is the one that I'm used to dealing with every day. You know, I can kind of just ignore it like it's not there, or just like tell myself like, hey, you're good, chill out, you know. Try to combat the thoughts, fight them in my own head. But I'm trying to find my train of thought again. I lost it. My bad, y'all. Yeah, I always have like this constant like low state of anxiety. Here we go, found it. And when things get like worse, that's when like, you know, like if things aren't going well for me, if maybe I'm going through a lot or just like in a stressful period of time, maybe I just have a lot going on like in my life. Doesn't even necessarily have to be bad, just like if I'm more stressed out, it gets worse. And oh my God, at like the worst points of my life, like that I've gone through shit, like sometimes like I literally be thinking back and I'm like, damn, I can't believe like I lived through that. That's crazy. Like I've been through like some fucked up shit, and my anxiety, holy shit, when they say like that shit will run your entire life, it's crazy. It's not just like thinking or overthinking things. It's like quite literally creating scenarios in your head and like having real, legitimate, like genuine reactions to them. It's like insane, you know? Almost like a lot of people have talked about that they'll do this. Like, you ever thought of like a scenario about like maybe somebody you know or something, like somebody just like passing away and they're very much like alive and fine, like nothing's happened to this person, but you've like created this scenario in your head where they did pass away, and then you legitimately like mourn them, like you cry about it and shit, like you felt that shit will like you'll do that with like everything. There's so many like scenarios you'll just like make up in your head and you'll just like go through them because your brain is like, one day this is gonna happen, you know, it's gonna happen one day. And so you start feeling like, well, fuck, it's happening. This person is perfectly fine. Shit gets rough. Yeah, OCD can be rough, dude. OCD is like, and it's different for everybody too, which is so interesting. Like, I feel like when people think OCD, most people just think about like people that are like super clean, but that whole being super clean thing is usually like more linked to a compulsion to do something. Like some people have physical compulsions where they feel the need, like, okay, to get rid of this thought, I need to do this. You know, have you ever heard of people that will be like, I have to turn this doorknob multiple times because, or like my parents will die or something. Like they'll think some like some shit like that, you know? And it doesn't make sense to like the average person, but to them, like, it's like they have to do it. It's almost like it's a tick, like they have to do it. But then there's people who don't have physical and it's just completely mental, and it's more compulsive thoughts about like maybe a specific topic, a specific thing, a specific scenario, but it's just like all day long, always there. It's just crazy. And then like to me, this is normal, you know? Like for me, like anxiety and shit like that, like all that is just like normal. Like I'm used to feeling this. And so when I like for most of my life, and in all honesty, even now, like the fact that there's just people who live their lives and they don't go through this, like is weird to me. Cause like in my brain, since like this is all I've ever known, like I just assumed, especially for like years of my life, I just thought everyone was like that. That's how everybody was thinking, what they were going through in their heads. But not at all. There's people out there that just like wake up and no thoughts. Nothing bad going on in there. Something good happens to them and they're like, okay, this is awesome. Instead of, could have went bad though. Or, when's it going to stop being good? You know, like, like that's crazy. They just like, something good happens and they're like, this is great. Wow, a lot of people in the chat with OCD. That's crazy. Yeah, it's super common in women especially, I think. Damn. Stray after stray when you're a woman. Oh my god. Do you ever have issues with counting things? When like I'm in like in 2 points of my life I did, but it helped me. Like I found that like counting numbers, I think like I realized like calmed me down. And so like I kind of just like sunk into that. Ooh. Damn, chat. Do I have physical tics? No, I don't have physical tics. You know, my uncle does. He has Tourette's. And he wasn't diagnosed until like way later in life too. Shout out to my uncle. He wasn't diagnosed until damn late 20s. Yeah. It took him a while to get diagnosed. The thing was, so my uncle was always funny growing up, right? He was always very funny. And he would do interesting things like randomly yell, make like the craziest, wild, most obscene like jokes, and would just do crazy shit, right? So as he got older and he kept doing it, nobody thought anything of it. I remember I was like a kid and like my uncle was like a teenager, I think. And he would just like randomly yell, or like he would have physical tics too that he would do, like a twitch, or like he would like close his eyes real tight like that and then open them. Like he would do that very often. And he would just randomly say like crazy words, like just scream and yell a crazy word. Like it would be nothing. I remember this one specific day he came to visit my family and he was like walking from the basement upstairs and I'm like in my kitchen across the living room and I just hear like the loudest scream I've ever heard. And you just hear him like coming closer and getting louder as he's coming up the stairs. Like he just kept screaming going up the stairs. And then my mom was like, "Are you good?" And then he just stopped and went, "Oh yeah, no, I'm fine." Like he was just interesting like that, right? Well, get older and it just didn't stop. And you know, he got to like a certain age where everyone was like, "Why aren't you still doing that?" And I remember he had spoken to my grandmother and like my grandma called my mom and told her that he came to her like in his late 20s and he was like, "You know, I think I should go to a doctor. It's actually like I can't help it." Ended up finding out he had Tourette's, actually. What we thought was just him being quirky, he had a serious problem. So interesting. Tourette's is probably the most interesting. Is that considered? What is Tourette's? Like, what does that fall under? Is that considered a mental illness? Tourette's is probably like the most interesting one to me. I've seen videos of people faking it. Like, there's like creators and shit on like social media platforms that will like make it their whole personality, like having tics, and like they've been found out to be like faking it, like faking that shit. And that's, why would you do that? That doesn't even make sense. I've never heard anyone talk about OCD. I have it really bad, and interferes with my life a lot. I have to touch my fingers a certain way because the air went wrong on them, and I have to clean my room. It has to be clean and organized. I also have to close my closet door when I'm not using it while typing. I backspace everything I typed the wrong number or letters or words, sorry. Even while speaking to people, I struggle, and no one understands why I'm late to things so often. Hey man, you're not alone. You're really not alone. In fact, dude, I wish I could think of the name of the site right now. If you just Google what I say, it might pop up for you. It's a very popular site, but it's like an OCD forum, and it's just a place where people who have OCD like around the world just go and they just like talk to each other. Some people will just like, it's like an open forum. Some people will talk about what it is they went through, how they're feeling. You can even message people. It's like they have big group chats too, different like subgroup chats in there too. If you really need someone to talk to, you should look that up. I've used it a few times. It's pretty great. You're not alone. No, it's not Facebook. It's like a website that's dedicated to it. But Facebook's also a start. Hey, I didn't even think about that. Facebook's got all the group chats in the world. But there you go. There's one. But yeah, you're definitely not alone. OCD sucks, dude. I know firsthand. That shit's fucking crazy, man. Like, I feel like what I talked about today when it came to OCD, like, that was very vanilla. That was very surface level and fucking vanilla, honestly. Like, it can get deep, it can get dark, it can become very difficult. But you're never alone. And that's the part that you have to always remind yourself of. I'm glad that these group chats and like stuff like that exist too, so that people like us all have access to an area where we can come together and talk to others, you know? It's also nice to see that there's some people in the chat that, have come to join us. Also have, where's Cortez, right? This is crazy. Dude. Oh my God. My bad, y'all. Do you think that OCD could have to do with fear, just being afraid of not doing that thing? Not sure. I don't know if it's necessarily like fear. It's not always fear-based for everybody. You know what I mean? Waffle fries. I don't know why you just said that or why you brought that up, but dog, that sounds so fucking good right now. I could fuck up some Chick-fil-A. Dude, I love Chick-fil-A so much. Shout out to Chick-fil-A. Dude, I love Chick-fil-A so much that when I was growing up, I'm from Georgia. That's where Chick-fil-A originated. So, like, Chick-fil-A. Oh, I've been to every kind of Chick-fil-A that there is. You know, all the different kinds that are, like, interesting, like the Hawaiian one they have. Truett's is a real restaurant to me. I grew up with a Truett's in my town. I love Truett's. Would sit down to eat there all the time. Love Truett's. Oh, my God. You can get fried fucking okra there. Oh, damn, I miss that shit. They don't have that shit here. But yeah, no, when I was growing up, I was so obsessed with it that I would look into how to open a Chick-fil-A. I wanted that just so that I could have Chick-fil-A whenever I wanted it. Y'all know that the people that own the Chick-fil-A's get paid a salary? Isn't that insane? People who open up like fast food restaurants, like chains and stuff like that, like they don't own it. They get paid a salary for running it. Like when they go to open one, they basically pitch the idea to the company. And then the company decides whether or not they're willing to put a location there, because when they do, they have to put the money up front and everything. And it can cost a lot of fucking money, like $1 million, you know? So they decide whether or not it's worth it to put one there. And when they put one there, whoever is running it brought the idea to them. They just get paid a salary. I want to own Chick-fil-A. Damn, that shit's so fucking good. Oh, God. Leftover Taco Bell, bro. I ate it all that day. I ate all the Chick-fil-A the Taco Bell that day. Same with gas stations. No, wow, really? I thought people who ran gas stations owned gas stations. I would own a gas station. Shout out to, I hope I say this right. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Ivarella. 1986 for subscribing. Thank you. I hope I said that right. But damn, what did I just say? Oh yeah, gas station. I would totally own a gas station because that's really fucking cool. And I've heard that like gas stations make really good money. I've heard they make really good money. Ooh, some bits. What does that mean though? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, you're welcome. The bidet worked. Oh no, I thought you were saying I helped you. You would just yeah. Somebody said the bidet worked overtime the day that I had Taco Bell. I love my bidet. There's nothing. A bidet changed my fucking life. I will always recommend bidets to people. If you don't have a bidet, you need to get one. It's gonna change your life. I'm not joking. You're probably like, how the fuck would that change my life? You don't get it yet. There's so many reasons and so many ways that it's going to. Trust me. There's a weight on your shoulders that you don't even know that you possess. You don't even know how much is true. Like, truthfully, like, I'm gonna keep it real. You don't know how much is in you until you use a bidet. You don't know what your body's capable of until you use a bidet. I'm telling you, man. Dude, you could order a $20 one on Amazon. That's the one I use. $20. Sometimes it's on sale for $15. I'm telling you. You don't even know. So yes, I would thank you for bringing up the bidet because you know what? It's been a minute since we've talked about one. That was very necessary. Thank you. Dude, but yeah, no, I heard that like gas stations are like fucking cash cows, dude. They're so fucking like they make bank at a fucking gas station. Even at like holy shit. Gas stations are crazy. But I definitely thought that they owned them. Damn, I would own one. I would even own a convenience store. That sounds great, but I would never work a day in my life in a convenience store. Never. Even if like I had to get a job, like just like down the line, if I have to get a job somewhere, anywhere, I would never choose to work at a gas station. Never. Dude, you know how people lose their lives there? Do you know how many people get killed at gas stations? Dude, and like a lot of young people too. Maybe if I make it taller, I can straighten out my back a little bit. Yeah, no, but hella people get like murdered there, like just like on some random shit. People will run in and like these people lose their lives over like absolutely nothing too. Absolutely nothing. Do you know how many videos I've seen of just like shootouts also happening at gas stations? Like somebody's like fighting somebody else and then like somebody decides they're gonna pull out a gun and like or run into this gas station and just like shoot somebody that they have beef with. Like and you catch a stray? No. Dude, that shit happens way too often, man. Do not work at a gas station. Do not work at a gas station, man. Oh my God. I don't want any of you to tell me you work at a gas station. I'm gonna seriously like worry about you every day. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna be like, fuck. Did they get home tonight? Oh my God. That's so crazy. You gotta find somewhere else to work. There's other places. Find it. Find it. You know what? And you know what's even crazier? Okay. So I went to Georgia State University. And, bro. Okay. There's this place in Atlanta that I don't even think it's there anymore. They closed it down. They closed it down because of this. It's a racetrack. And they put this racetrack right like next to the campus. And that bitch had shootouts constantly. So many people died there. So many people died there. So many people died that they closed it down. That's how many people got killed there. It was crazy, bro. I lived right next to it. I lived right next to it. I would walk to that place all the time. Like, I did not take it seriously. When I lived in Atlanta, like, I didn't take that shit seriously. I would walk into that gas station. I'd fill my car up there. I'd go there in the middle of the night, too, to get, like, frozen yogurt. It was the only place around that I could get it. I'd be like fried as hell. I'd walk in, get some frozen yogurt. I lived at this place. I'm gonna tell y'all. Damn. All right, hold on. Y'all could do y'all's research too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You could do your fucking research. I lived at a place called 112. Anybody from Atlanta know what 112 is? Anyone in the chat from Atlanta? I lived at 112. And cheap as hell to live there. You know why? You might end up dead. Dude. They had some crazy shit go down there. Like, that was like, I won't even hold you. That was, what is it called? a trap house. This was a trap high rise. That's what it was. It was a trap high rise. Everybody in there was doing something illegal. Something illegal. Drugs, fraud, whatever, you name it. They robbing each other. I knew somebody. Okay, bro, this one's gonna kill you. Oh my God. Two guys I know. They lived across the hall from each other, literally. Two guys I know. One of them went over to the other person's place and was like acting like they were gonna buy, like, I think that he was like an engineer, and he was like telling him he was gonna like buy some time and like get in the studio with him and shit, right? He says that he turned around for a second and he had gone into his drawer and took his silverware. And the only reason why he realized that he did it is because he turned around because he heard him running down the hallway and the silverware clanking. He had put it like in his shirt, like made his shirt like this and put it in there and like ran out. And then ran back into his apartment. This guy lived across the hall from him. He knew he lived across the hall too. This wasn't new information. Why did he do that? Interesting people lived there. But yeah, no, everybody was doing something illegal in that building pretty much. But you're probably like, okay, but like, you know, it's a high rise. The apartments weren't bad. They weren't bad. You know, hardwood floors, floor to ceiling windows. Hey, like why is it so cheap? Dude, you might end up dead. A security guard for the fucking building turned around and I think slit someone's throat. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. You can look up the news article, but I'm pretty sure that's what they did. A security guard for the building. Can't trust nobody. You can't trust anybody. That's crazy. Yeah, no, Atlanta's an interesting place. I would say that. I enjoyed my time though. It was cool. Yeah, he had slit like a resident's like throat or something. I don't even remember what for. I don't even remember. I wasn't living there during that time. I just like, that's just a news article. That was like a couple years before I moved there. Yeah. I wonder if I've got any other foul stories from there. There was this one person whose place, it was like two guys, and one of them became friends with the drug dealer who sold to everybody in that high rise. Every single person. This was the dealer that everyone was coming to. Not even just like the high rise. Like he sold to like most of the college kids. Like everyone would pull up on this guy, right? One of the guys became friends with him. And he and the drug dealer started teaching them how to deal, right? And so he would, when he was teaching him, and since they got comfortable together, this guy started trapping out of their apartment because they became friends. So he would come over and he would have pounds on the table. I've never seen so much. Covered the counters, covered the table, hypothetically. Covered the table, like what the fuck, right? And the other guy, just like, he was fresh into college as well. So what do you think? This was like, this other guy, fresh in college, he just moved from like a random fucking state in the middle of nowhere, like Idaho or some shit, like a state like that, to Atlanta, going to school there. You think that he's gonna say no to having all this weed around him? He wasn't saying no. Yeah, but no, they just straight up, he started trapping out of their apartment. It's crazy. There's like this crazy fallout. It's like insane too. That guy crashed the fuck out. Ridiculous. He crashed out. He was actually really fucking smart. That's what's crazy. That drug dealer, he was insanely smart. He was literally on scholarship for math. Like he was like ridiculously good at math and good with numbers. It was crazy, right? He just hated school. He was smart with business, but the thing was, not good with money. He gambled that shit away. Like he developed a gambling addiction. Everything that he made, like he ended up like gambling it away. And then like he stole money from like his family or something, and then like hit big, But then the money that he hit big with, he gambled it away too. And then he went back to one of those guys that lived in the apartment that he was like really good friends with. He asked him for money. He was like, please, like, let me like, he was like, let me get some money. He's like, I'm gonna open a business. Like, we can start a business. That's what he told him was gonna happen, that they were gonna start a business together. And he took the money and then gambled it all away, literally right in front of him. Like, he told him to send him the 10 grand, and he like sent it to him. And right there in front of him, he took the money. He got on the app and started gambling immediately. Immediately gambled on his phone and lost it all right in front of him. And then they got in like this fight. It was like a whole thing. They got into a whole fight. It was really bad. That's fucking crazy though, right? Yeah, well, he didn't even live in that building. He lived with like his girl. Like, his girl actually lived there, and he was just paying rent on the place, right? Obviously, his girl kicked him out because he did the same thing to her, stole all her money, gambled it all away. And last that I heard, he had moved in with his parents. Moved back in with his parents. But I think that he still has a raging, like, gambling addiction, though. Which is crazy. Like, this kind of, like, that's, like, wild. That's a crazy life story. And I don't even know the half of it. That's literally, I could tell you that's, like, 4 years worth of information. 4 years from the first day that, like, I met him to now. 4 years of information. And he was older. I think like at the time he was 27 or 28 during that time. So what the fuck happened in all those years before that? Like, what else happened? That is a crazy life story. Because how did he even get to where he was? Because he already owned the entire building for trapping. That was his building. How did he even get to that? Damn, he should write a book. That could save his life. For real. Dude, if you're watching this or if you ever see this, write a book, man. Because I would read it. Man, you could make a movie out of that shit. You could make a movie out of just the 4 years that I talked about. Like, write a fucking book. If you're down bad, dude, if you've had a crazy life and you're down bad, try writing a book. How's it going to hurt you? You know what I'm saying? You got a chance that it'll do well or a chance that it won't do well. If it doesn't do well, you're fine. It's like it never happened anyway. But if it does do well, put it on like Wattpad or Wattpad, however you say it. Put it on that shit. Watch it go up. Damn. Try it. If shit's not going well for you, but you've got a life story, buddy, drop it. Dude, I've seen anything sell too, honestly. Like, what's that one lady's name that she like makes like the books where it's like one sentence poems on like each one, and it's got like this interesting like line drawing or something, but like it's become completely stupid. I think she made like a whole poem about like AirPods and love. Like, what was that? Hold on. Somebody's gonna tell me who that is so I can look that up. No, but seriously, that drug dealer, like if he made a Wattpad story, forget it. What's her name? I'm gonna find it because I'm gonna read y'all the poem right now. Rupi Kaur, is that how you say that? I don't know how to say that. I'm gonna find it. AirPod. Oh, facts. All right, that actually exists. Here we go. Oh my god, this is gonna be so stupid. She said, "Do AirPods not have wires because we are scared of connection?" What? That's a real thing. That's a real thing. That's a bestseller too. We're talking about some bestsellers here. Like, this is this. Have y'all seen her when she reads these books too, buddy? She gets into it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to it. That means you said it's here. Dude, yeah, no. But I remember when she first like blew up or whatever, and everybody had her books. What was that? Was that back in 2020 or like before that? Everybody had her books and everything, and everybody like loved her so much. That's crazy. You know what's insane is today specifically, I was thinking about how like we'll think about things that happened a while ago and we'll be like, that was so embarrassing or that was so like weird. Like how earlier I was talking about when I was a kid, I used to watch like when all the like scene kids like ran YouTube, you know, like that's what was all over YouTube, and like that's what I would watch, right? And I think back to that, I'm like, what the fuck were we doing? What was going on? Why did that happen? Or we think about 2019, 2020 when everyone was wearing like the oversized shirts and like putting their hair up and had like 60 scrunchies on their fucking arms. And they had their our little, what's it called? What the hell brand is it? Our little flip-flop brand. And we had the giant like water bottles and shit. Bro. Why did we do that? Oh my God. Why did we do that? I wonder what we're doing right now that like later down the line we're going to turn around and look back and be like, why the fuck did we do that? What is it that we're doing? What's going to be embarrassing to us in the future? Hello? Sorry, it's a fly. Trends always flop. Honestly, low key though, I would go back to 2019. Dude, I'd totally do 2019 over again. I loved 2019. It was the worst time of my life. But like, it was the most exhilarating. Oh, it really was. I loved that year. I talk about that year so much, y'all. Oh my God, my phone's literally right in front of me. Hold on. I keep the chat up. Shout out to Jewel Jax for gifting a sub. Thank you. But yeah, no, 2019, dude, let me tell you what I drove. You want to know what I drove? Somebody in the chat has to know what car I'm talking about. Not the PT Cruiser, but it's the Chevy version of the PT Cruiser. What is that called? That's what I drove, right? It was a hand-me-down from my brother. Damn, that bitch was totaled. I don't even know how it drove. The whole front of it was like missing. Like it was like dented in. Like it got in a bad accident, right? The one of the front headlights just didn't work whatsoever, right? And then there was the other one which was cracked, and the light was so dim it didn't even make a difference. Sometimes I swear it was brighter when it was off anyway. Like that shit did not fucking work, right? And it drove fucking stupid, and the AC didn't work, and I'm pretty sure that most of the doors didn't open, and also the windows didn't roll down. Oh, dude, that car was a piece of fucking shit. But it was my first car. You know, I loved that thing. I was so embarrassed driving it, but like since it was beat the fuck up, I would have fun in it anyway. So in Atlanta, like in downtown Atlanta, there's like a lot of hills, like sharp hills, and I'd be going on my way to school, and I would take this specific way that went through all like the hilly like streets, and I would floor it, so my car would be airborne. And it was so much fun. I would blast the fucking music, right? And only, by the way, I think only one speaker worked in that car. So I'd blast the fucking one speaker that's like right by my leg. And I would floor it through downtown. Like I'd wait for all the lights to go green. Floor that bitch. And I'd be airborne. And I'd feel the car slam back down. But it was a piece of shit anyway. And it was done for. So like, why did it matter? You know, I was having the time of my life. I loved that thing. Right? Yeah, so there was that. What else? Yeah, no, but I was in that phase of 2019 where we like wore the like huge shirts, like oversized shirts, and we had scrunchies and shit. Yeah, no, I was in that. I did that. I did in fact do that. Messy buns and shit. Big ass fucking water bottle. That was me. I in fact was listening to like all the music that like was popular on TikTok back then. But yeah, I was blasting that shit. What is that song? Thunder by Roy Blair or something. Ooh, that was my shit. That shit takes me back. I used to blast that shit in the car. Good song though. Like I'd still listen to that shit. But like low key, I can't listen to any of the music from like 2019. That shit makes me uncomfortable. Because like it's just the time that it's associated, like, you know what I mean, like that time period of my life, the association with that, it's too much. It makes me feel so fucking old because 2019 was so long ago. It makes me feel so old. Damn, if you're in college, enjoy that shit, man. Brockhampton! Oh my God, shut the fuck up. I remember that. That's insane. Yeah, no, but if you're in college, enjoy that shit, man. It is a lot of fun. even if you go through the stupidest shit, like you go through like some, obviously, like, you know, like you're becoming an adult, so you're gonna like have so many epiphanies, and you're gonna go through so many emotional turning points, and this is your first time like basically being on your own, so it's a lot. I know, but soak that shit the fuck up. Soak it up. Trust me, because a few years down the line, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it was such a crazy time, and you're gonna miss it. Ugh. There's nothing better than that transitioning period of time in your life. It's the fucking best, man. You take it for granted when you're in the moment, because you just think that life hates you and everything is going like wrong with you. Like, I don't know if you remember, but like we had a live stream recently where I was like, there was a security guard at this dispensary that I went to, and I could tell like he was really, really young, and he didn't even look like he was 21. And I said that I felt that way because like when I looked at him, like he still had like the light in his eyes, almost as if like he hadn't experienced like what life really had to offer yet. You know, like he still had hope. It was hope in his eyes. You know, during that period of time in your life is when you lose it, you know, like life's going to beat you down, because you find out like, damn, this shit can get hard, but it's not just happening to you. It's happening to everybody. Chill. You're good. Stay strong. Stay strong. Exactly. But, you'll be all right. Enjoy it. Trust me. Oh my God. That's so fun. That's when you'll meet. It's when you're supposed to meet like your people, like your important people to your life, people that will be life altering for you in good and bad ways. I won't lie to you, in good and bad ways. I think I saw something recently where it was like there's like somebody tell me in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, but there's like this rule. It's called like the 19-year-old rule, where it's like the person that you like meet or like met when you were 19 years old and like dated or whatever, or had like a thing with or something like that. Like that's your forever person, or like the person that you're like seriously like attached to, like because apparently like you go through everything together. I don't know, like that transitional period. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I need to look that up. Hold on a second. I need to look that up. I found out my dad had cancer during COVID and he died in 2021. Ever since then, everything has felt downhill. I'm so sorry you went through that. I'm so sorry you went through that. That is so rough. I hope that you don't let that spiral like your life out. I promise you that he'd still want you to be doing well for yourself at least. I'm so sorry. Dang, I really don't know what else to say other than that. That's rough, man. I'm glad that you're here and you got through that. I don't even remember what I was going to look up. That shit hit me. I hope you're okay. Damn, what was I finna look up, y'all? Fuck, I be losing my train of thought so easily, man. The wheeze getting to me. I wonder if anyone else remembers either. Ooh, the 19 rule. That's what it is. I'm gonna look it up right now. The 19 love rule. Let's see what that is. I don't know. I can't find it. The person you meet when you're 19. Let me see what that pops up. I think that's crazy. Here we go. It says, the man you meet at 19 will be the worst man of your life. The boy you meet at 19 phenomenon refers to the idea that you meet the worst man of your life when you're 19. However, the speaker in the video is obsessed with the man that she met at 19, who she believes is the standard for all other men she dates. That was a TikTok. Did TikTok explain it like that? No way. That's actually how TikTok explained it. TikTok now has like this feature where like it will summarize something for you. It's like search highlights. I think it's like AI. It uses like it like goes through all the videos kind of like Google does when you search something now, and it gives you an actual answer to your question. The way that it described that is crazy. They literally said the speaker in this video is obsessed with the man that she met at 19. Yo, I'd cry if I went to like search up something about myself and it like that's the synopsis that it gave for me, I'd actually cry. That's embarrassing. It's okay though. Holy shit. It's been over an hour and I didn't even realize. That's insane. It's true. I met a 24-year-old man at 19 and he was the actual worst ever. Dude, the guy that I met when I was 19 actually was the worst person ever though. That's what's actually crazy is low key. It's true because I went through that too. But the guy that I met, I think that he was 19 also or 20. He was 19 or 20. I remember he was just a year older than me. That guy sucked dick and balls. Holy shit. That guy sucked so bad. You want me to tell you about him? I'll tell you about him as our last closing story. I thought that like this was going to be a guy that like I actually dated. Like I actually liked this guy, right? And he lived in Atlanta. I lived back at home. And I would like drive up to like go see him. And this was like at the end of 2019 actually. Like things had settled down in my life. Like I was feeling like, you know, I could date somebody. And like this was going on for like a few months. And it was like weird, you know, honestly, I should have just like read the room, to be honest with you. But I didn't really know how relationships worked. I hadn't really dated anybody. I didn't really know. I don't know. This would have been my first real relationship. You know what I mean? So we would be texting each other. We went to the same school. And he asked to hang out. We hung out. We really hit it off. And so he wouldn't really text me. Like we would start hanging out and he wouldn't really text me anymore. He would just like ignore my texts, actually, like leave them on open, and then he would just like hit me up randomly and he would just be like, okay, like come over, like come spend the night. And then I'd be like, oh, okay, pack a bag, go spend the night. Then he would be all nice to me and stuff while we were seeing each other. And when he would like be asking me to come see him, he would be so nice, like so sweet to me, as if like he was just busy those past few days, you know what I mean? And then I remember after that going on for like a few months, this went on for months that I let that happen. That happened for months. In December, I remember like him hitting me up to like come spend the night. And I was just like, dude, I don't want to keep doing this. Like I told him, like I was just like tired of it. I was like, I feel like you should be talking to me outside of this. Like you haven't texted me like in days, like you left me on open. Like he was like, oh, like my bad. Like he told me that like during those times where he would just like kind of disappear, like he'd be going back to visit his family, which his family lived like an hour and a half outside the city. And so he said he'd just be going back home to visit like his little brother and stuff. And so I believed him. Like his little brother, like he talked about his little brother. So I was like, you know, it makes sense that he's going out of town. And and I told him that like, you know, I still feel like he should be like talking to me, you know, or like giving me heads up or something instead of just like ghosting me. And then like I remember like just telling him that I wanted more and that I just wasn't going to do it anymore. And then he was just like, okay. And then I remember we didn't follow each other on anything either. We just like kind of texted each other. And I remember like a few months like after that, I went to like look him up on Instagram and I like looked him up. Bro, he started dating this girl, legitimately like posted her for the first time like a week after I stopped talking to him. Like a week after we stopped talking, like this girl is now on his page. And she lived in the town that he kept going back to. And so no, I don't think he was going to visit his family. I think he was going to go see this girl. Yeah, no, but they ended up dating. And they, in fact, were together for years. So that was his lady. I don't know what I was. That was his girl, though. So that was the worst guy ever. That guy sucked so bad, man. Why didn't he just tell me? Why didn't he just be real? That guy sucked. Not shout out to that guy. But anyway, yeah. No. I'm not going to say anything mean. I was going to say something mean. I'm not going to say anything mean. I hope that he's doing fine. I'm not thinking anything mean in my head. Anyway, okay, one more story. No, I don't want to tell it because that's not my business. I shouldn't be in it. Should I say it? Okay, nobody tell anybody this. Okay, this one's just between us. So there's this guy that I follow on Instagram, and I've followed him for like years. Like I've followed him since I was in high school. We've just like kind of been mutual since high school. He went to like a different high school, like a few counties over. He started dating this girl like a few years ago, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and then they ended up having a baby together. I don't think that they're married, but they do have a baby together. But I don't trust the situation. I don't trust him. I don't trust him with her. I don't. They have a literal baby together. But why? Why do I see him in every girl's likes? I'm just saying, that's none of my business. That's none of my business. You know? He's in every girl. I see him following girls that there's no reason for him to be following that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, lives in the same town as them, and like, she's voluptuous and showing it off online. Like, she's not afraid to hide it. You know, she wants to show it. She's not afraid to show it. Sorry. She shows it all, you know, and he's in every single one of those likes. And all I'm saying is that doesn't sound right. That doesn't look right. That's just my opinion, though, you know. I don't trust him. Meanwhile, you go on her page, there's nothing on that page but him and that baby. I don't know, man. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm sitting here. I don't even know that girl. I'm sitting here. I'm like, girl, come on. Ah. I'm just like, it's sus, right? Exactly. Oh, my bad. I gotta keep whispering. My bad, y'all. None of that makes sense. I've seen some sketchy shit on social media. Social media, I feel like has genuinely like ruined so many people. Like, having this ease of access to, like, I think I had this conversation with someone recently where we were like talking, and I had said we were talking about how like there's such a high rate of cheating now, and like so many people get cheated on and so many people cheat. Like, it's just so widely accepted now. It's like so fucking weird that people are comfortable doing it. And we were talking about how like cheating has obviously gone up because of like this ease of access on social media, and like with phones, like you could reach somebody across the fucking world. Like, you used to not be able to do that. That never used to be how it was. You know what I'm saying? You had what was around you, and then that was it. Now you have everything at your fingertips. You could have any and anyone, like every and anyone, like anyone you want. You can find that person. Like, if in your head you decide to put a person together and say, this is how I want them to look, you could just describe that person online and eventually find somebody that answers your DM or some shit. It's like crazy. It's crazy, the ease of access. And so like the way that I see it is as if, like, imagine we're back in the day, they used to go to flirt with each other. Let's say a bar. That's like having a bar in your fucking pocket on like a Friday night at midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that bitch is bumping right now. It just got bumping. They pull out their phone. That's what they have right on their hip at all fucking times. And so that's why I believe like so many people have just started cheating, just like that ease of fucking access, and the ease to hide it too. Just delete it. People just delete it. And then nobody ever knows. People will create whole other fucking lives. Like, they'll go online, create a profile, change the name and everything, but pictures of themselves, and just complete fake identity, complete fake job. Some people are able to like keep up with multiple fucking lives. Like, that's crazy, dude. Ooh, I hope none of you are doing that. Don't do that now. Get a grip. Lock in. We don't need to do that. But, damn, where was I going with that? Oh, there's this one guy that I've seen that I saw his fucking wedding pictures. I unfollowed him because of this. Like, this is where he lost me. Saw his wedding pictures. This is a grown fucking man, mind you. Like, we're talking about like a 30-year-old here. This is a grown man who knows better. That frontal lobe is developed, babe. That frontal lobe is developed, and you won't get me with this bullshit. Was all over social media, posting the pictures of his wedding, shit like that. Like, like, this is amazing. Like, this is our date that we got married. Like, I'm so happy that this has happened for us, you know, like, woo, everyone's celebrating, right? Why I'm scrolling on Instagram on like the discover page, and I see this picture of a girl that I'm like, oh, she's cute. I click on it, right? She's posed very lewd. This bitch is naked. She's in a damn like thong bikini and like top and bottom and like posing in a bed. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thirst trap. This is definitely a thirst trap. You know, she's got her makeup done, hair's all crazy, you know, like she's trying to look very sexy. You go on her page, you see she's 19 years old. Now, you want to tell me why that photo got posted like 2 days after their wedding? Guess who was liking that? That guy. 2 days after the wedding. On a honeymoon. You like this picture. 30-year-old, you like this picture of a 19-year-old. That's damn near a child. Let's be for real now. That's damn near a child. I see an 18 or 19-year-old right now, buddy, that's a child. Sometimes I've been on a college campus before, looked around, and I was like, y'all are lying. You are children. You're like 12. The way they look now, it's crazy. They're like kids. So, I don't know, man. I saw that. I had to unfollow him immediately. I was disgusted. Oh, why would he do that? Okay, because, like, let's be for real. The men in the chat, be for real with me right now, dude. That's scandalous. Mostly because he just got married. Just got fucking married, bro. You just married this woman. You just chose her. What are you doing? Men in the chat, is this weird? This is weird, right? Like, would you do that? If you were to marry a woman right now, tomorrow, or if you are married, would you fucking do that? Of a 19-year-old too? It's embarrassing. That's what I'm saying. That's the first thing that I thought for the woman. I was like, this is crazy. Like, if somebody did that to me, bro, I don't know. I think if I ever found out that that happened to me, if I just got married, like, what would you do if you were the woman in the situation too? What would you do if you were the woman in the situation? Dude, if I found that out, I don't think I'd have any words. I think I would just have to walk away. Like, I'm not joking. Like, no words. If I went scrolling on social media and I saw that, packing a bag, no words. I'll just go stay with my parents. I'll just go back home. I wouldn't have anything to say to them. Because, like, what do you say? What do you say to that? And I wonder if she knows, too, like, if she goes through his phone or if, like, she's just completely oblivious to this. Like, that's crazy, y'all. Why would you embarrass your new wife like that? Exactly. The man just liked a picture. Hey, man, I just context. Context, buddy. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is context. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but if I'm scrolling on social media and I see a picture of a guy who's got like his shirt off and shit, I'm not liking the picture. I have to be real with you. I'm not liking the picture because I feel like if I like that picture, that gives them the wrong impression. That might just be me, but personally, like, I'm not liking a picture because I don't want to give you the wrong impression. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm not looking at you like that, bud. I'll literally skip over it. I'll just skip it. Scroll past it. Literally, it's actually crazy. If you're married, you don't do that. You need to be good to your wife. Exactly. Exactly. That's where I'm at. I am smoking yada yada tonight. Yeah, no facts. This person says we're just speculating. We don't know their relationship. That's true. Maybe they're okay with it too. Do you know how many people are in open relationships nowadays? Holy shit. Oh my god, especially when I moved to LA. Shit, damn, they live in California. I think they live in LA. They may be in an open fucking relationship, to be honest, actually. So many people here are in open relationships. And like, it's even to the point where like people have tried to like convince me as to why an open relationship is the best relationship to be in. Personally, buddy, that's not for me. I couldn't handle that. I'd be screaming, crying, and throwing up. I'd be punching myself in the head. That's the type of shit. Like, that's the type of timing I'd be like pulling my own hair and hitting myself in the head. Like, that shit would drive me nuts. No way. Oh, that would drive me nuts. I couldn't go through that. Because if he even start kissing the other girl too much, like, I don't know, man. Why'd you kiss her first? You know, what if y'all get to freaky time? Like, do you do it separate? Like, does he have sex with her like on a different day, and then is it like a 3 thing? Like, are y'all all doing it together? Because if you're all doing it together, why'd he get on her first? Why does he want to kiss her and he wants me down there? No. Or he's gonna be like, no, like, I want you to kiss me, and then I'm gonna be like, what? It's not good enough? You don't. Why her first? No. Oh. I couldn't do that. I'd lose my mind. Lose my mind. But yeah, no, I know a guy that's like legitimately like that right now. He was dating one girl, convinced her to get into a like a throuple, right? Then he got bored again, and he's like, now I want another. And they got into this huge blowout fight argument because she didn't even want the first one to begin with. She didn't even want him to like go with another one, but she just decided to deal with it. She just dealt with it. And now he's trying to bring another. Damn, that's just greedy at that point. 3 of them? That's just fucking greedy. Honestly, I think 2 is ridiculously greedy all on its own. 3? Dude, you're going to hell. That's one of the 7 deadly sins. Greed. That's what he meant by greed. That's what he meant. Because no way. You need 3 different ones? How often are we cycling through them? Every night? Is it like one every other day? Like, what the fuck? No way. That's insane. That's more poly than open. What's the difference? Is open when they just let them go and sleep with other people? I'd lose my mind over that too. Somebody's bound to catch feelings. Even if it's not your partner, buddy, do you know how many scenarios end up with that other person? It might just be because my only experience is in movies, but that's what always happens in the movies. And like, that sounds pretty accurate. That like, they'll be dating someone, they decide to be in an open relationship, they go and be in an open relationship, they sleep with people, like different people on like Thursdays or whatever. But the only thing is they can't develop a relationship, there's no kissing, and they both like end up back at home. But like, one of them always ends up like developing a relationship on the side. They've been together for like 2 years. They've been going on dates. It's always been them. I'm telling you, that sounds pretty accurate. That sounds exactly like what would happen in the movies. That's what I'm saying. In the movies, exactly. That's all I'm saying. You know, y'all ever heard people say that Hollywood tells us the truth? Yep. In the movies. Always pay attention to the movies, y'all, because that's the thing. Hollywood predicts shit, or they be trying to tell us stuff for real. That's what my dad taught me, but I don't know. He's a tinfoil hat wearer. Y'all already know that. So, but that's what he told me, and that sounds real. And you know what? This cycles back all the way to the conversation that we had, like what? A month and a half ago, about how like we're all like monkeys, and like we 97% share the same DNA. A monkey is 97% exactly like our DNA, exactly like us. So one day they're gonna, because evolution, they're gonna progress. And then what's gonna happen when they progress? Somebody's got to take over. Because do you think that the humans are gonna just let monkeys walk amongst us? No, there's gonna be a war. And that's where Planet of the Apes comes in. So Hollywood is trying to tell us. So we need to, that's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. But that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. I don't know. I'm going to sit down and watch all the Planet of the Apes movies tonight now. This is crazy. Every stream we have is connected in some way. These conversations, where we end up at the end of the stream, this somehow connects back to the previous story of what we've spoken about. Somehow we started an hour and a half ago talking about a squirrel and my dog, I think. And now we're talking about Planet of the Apes. It's connected though. Maybe it's just like, maybe subconsciously it's because I have that fear of like squirrels and shit now. Like I think that an animal's gonna come and fucking get me right now. We ended up on Planet of the Apes because of that. Shout out to Exo Gamer 94 for subscribing. Thank you so much. Dude, how many are we at right now? We're at 181 subscribers. What the fuck? That's insane. Dude, what's today? It's only August 9th. Do y'all think we're gonna hit 200 subscribers this month? That's insane. It's only August 9th. We're at 181. That's fucking ridiculous, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to have to find a way to celebrate. When we hit 200 subscribers, what the fuck are we going to do? We got to find a way to celebrate. We're going to have to go out with a bang for that one. That's going to be crazy cuz then I'll have to change the number. That'll be insane. That's insane, guys. Anyway, everybody, I hope that you had a great fucking week. Happy fucking Friday. I can't believe an hour and a half has already gone by. That was really fast. Usually I'm like, damn, it's been like 40 minutes. Damn, no, I just now noticed like it's been an hour and a half. But I hope that you guys had a great day today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you sleep well tonight and wake up feeling great because tomorrow's going to be a great day. Shout out to Chicago Giblet for subscribing. Thank you so much. Woo, we're going up. It's Friday, so don't forget to check out the YouTube video. We got a new YouTube video up. We tried Taco Bell together. In all honesty, I tried literally everything on the menu. So I got a little bit of everything. I don't think I missed anything at all. Maybe I did. Maybe I should go back again. Order the whole menu again. I love you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well tonight, everybody. Oh, by the way, I posted a kind of crazy high story on TikTok. Check that out too if you've missed it. Okay? All right, guys. Love you. Good night. See you on Monday.